Monday, Chuck's birthday, public holiday, long weekend. Incidentally, I'm not even sure how that works because he just really inherited his mother's birthday. Is it even close to his actual birthday? I don't know. Anyhow, the fact remains is it's a public holiday, and the usual Sunday race meet out at Whalan is being held on the Monday today. Apparently gets better numbers, so I'm all for it. There was actually 3 other race meets on Castle Hill Friday, and Penrith had practice on Saturday, and then today's race. But I've actually been sick in bed. You can probably hear it in my congested voice. I've been in bed for 4 days, so today's probably the first proper venture out of the house. So I'm hoping to just soldier through it. You know, feeling okay now, but health is probably suboptimal. But just keen to put this XQ11 on the ground and put some proper laps in to try and get some data on setup, because there just still isn't that much information out there, at least easily accessible information on setting this car up. But hopefully with a bit of time and some consistency, we can get some usable data out of this thing that we can share with the rest of the world. So yeah, just driving with the sun in my eyes, but I'll get to the track in a minute and yeah, see what else we can show you. Yep, welcome to Whalan. It's cold. It's a nice day out. All right, let's go set up. All right, people still arriving and setting up. Here's our pit. My pit homie demo. What up? It's my setup. Let me run you through it. All right, so my trusty Plano tackle box that I used to use, acquired a new one. That was a lot harder to find than you would like to know about. Cosworth tool wallet, X drivers, box nut drivers, wheel drivers, calipers, picks, multipliers, little box of stuff like turnbuckle wrenches, droop gauges, ride height gauges, power driver, goop for the tires, parts tray, 30 amp power supply. It's a Hota D6 Pro charger, 2S lipos, Sky C tire sander. This is actually a foot pedicure sander thingy that I actually use for tire scrubbing. And my XQ11 with Turnigy Trackstar tire warmers on at the moment. That's essentially my setup. Alright, so I've done 2 rounds of qualifying. Played around the setup a little bit, and the car feels really good. In fact, one of the other drivers who's in the A main, Thomas, had a test drive and he thinks it's pretty good. Probably plagued with power issues. I don't have punch or power or speed. I think part of that's because I just don't understand brushless and 21.5, because I used to drive mod. So still working my way through that. There's definitely faster cars out there, but I think my car's probably one of the better handling ones on the track. So I guess, yeah, we'll be playing around in the B final after lunch, but the car is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. It looks good out there, so, and it feels good to drive. It's fast, it's a little bit loose. Just need power, so let me work on that. So that's today's club meet done and dusted. Yeah, look, didn't make the A final, but the showing in the Bs, I guess the best of the rest, wasn't too bad. Won the first main, and then got caught up in a bit of traffic in the second, so finished second in that. And then on the third final, gridding up, one of the guys didn't know that we were gridding up, and he did a practice lap and punted right into the back of my car as I was waiting on the grid. Subsequently shifted my rear left lower arm, so didn't have time to fix it, so I actually just had to trim it on the fly with a loose floppy arm that gave me a very active rear toe. But even with that, still managed to finish second in that. So second overall in the Bs. You know, not a stellar finish, but considering that I haven't driven for almost 20 years and it's only my second race out there at Whalan, and very low traction. It's been super cold, as you saw. It was 5 degrees when we showed up at the track this morning. That's 5 degrees Celsius for you guys out there. But got the car hooked up really well. A lot of comments from other drivers watching the car in that it has really good, smooth, fast corner speed. Just power. I just haven't been able to wrap my head around this whole brushless and LiPo battery and, you know, speedy programming and all that sort of wizardry. I guess I'll get my head around that eventually, but as far as getting to know the car mechanical grip wise, I'm really enjoying it. The car isn't contradictory compared to some other chassis out there. We can talk about that in another video. But I like it. It makes sense to me. I gel with it. It does all the things it says on the tin, and it does all the little things that I expect it to do when I make the changes to it. So most of the I guess the suspension physics and geometry science that I've had with me for decades still works, which is nice to know. But yes, till the next race, I guess. Hopefully I can make it out to the next open practice for the upcoming Winter Champs next month. But yeah, we'll probably, once I get home, we'll sit down and have a look at the car, and we can probably have a little more in-depth look into some of the changes I made in setup versus what the kit, I guess, setup prescribes. What changes I made, and obviously how that affected the car for those conditions. So hopefully that information will be useful for anyone else driving an XQ11 or even XQ3. So yeah, till next time.